Hey guys, can you tell I'm not very happy right now? So, we're gonna talk. Today's video is gonna be first impressions on Younique. And let me tell you why I'm not happy about this. So, I've been planning for a long time to do this first impressions. I just haven't gotten around to it. As you know, for my birthday last year, I had gotten the foundation, the concealer, and the powder for my birthday from myself. And like I said, been trying to do this video for a long time. Just haven't gotten to it because new things come and you get more excited about it. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is because Younique presenters are very pushy. They're very pushy. And my friend has a friend, I'm not going to name any names because, you know, but my friend has a friend who is a Younique presenter. And, oh, you like my shirt? My in-laws got it for me from Paris. So, my friend has a friend who is a presenter. And she is pushing her. So, why do I keep doing that when I say push? Anyway, she's pushing her to buy the primer. That's like 40 bucks. The foundation, that's like 40, 50 bucks. The concealer, that's like 30 bucks. And the powder, that's like 20, 30, 40, however much. I'll have all the prices listed right here. Just because I can't remember the prices off the top of my head. And she keeps telling her no because she doesn't have an honest review of how they work. Of course, Younique presenters are going to say that they work because they're making commission off of it. I'm not. So, I'm finally coming around to this. I'm going to be testing the Glorious Face and Eye Makeup Primer. This is the old packaging. I don't have the new packaging. I'm going to be testing out the Mineral Touch Liquid Foundation that they claim is full coverage, and I kind of doubt it. Just because, let me show you their packaging. It's a dropper, and it looks very liquidy. And I have never seen this liquidy of a product be, shit, now I can't get it back in, be, full coverage. The concealer and the powder. So we're going to test this out. It's going to be first impressions, truly. Perfect time to do it because I got a couple of zits so we can really test to that full coverage claim. So, first thing I'm going to go in with is the Face and Eye Glorious Makeup Primer. One thing I don't like is they don't have the ingredients listed. But the directions said blend into clean and moisturized skin prior to makeup application. I washed my face, I moisturized it, so now we're going to prime it. Now, this is a silicone primer. I don't know what kind of silicones are in it. Might be dimethicone, it might be something else. These don't tend to work with my skin. So we'll have to wait and see. Like, it feels really oily too. Just want to put that out there. And also, I kind of have a problem that you can use it on your face and your eyes. Your eyes are more sensitive than your face. So I feel like if you're putting a primer on your face, you probably shouldn't be putting that same primer on your eyes. Alright. So, I can tell you right now my face feels greasy from that primer. Which being dry, not too bad. But if you're oily like my friend, meh. All right, let's go in with some foundation now, shall we? Now, first thing I'm gonna try is with a beauty blender. This is the one from EcoTools. Younique has their own. I hate the ones from Younique. They're way too hard. So let's see. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna put it right on my blender this time. Ugh. One thing I don't like about the packaging is it makes a freaking mess. Like, getting frustrated already. Also, the foundation smells. I'm going on squirt number 3. So I will say it covered my zits nicely, but I'm not gonna get there yet. Hold on. I'm kind of skipping ahead of myself here. Finish blending. By the way, I have everything in the shade Scarlet, I want to say. Yeah, Scarlet, which is their lightest shade. Last I knew. They may have come out with more shades that are lighter, but to my knowledge, this was the lightest shade. How's it looking? Okay. Oh. I'm going into squirt number 4. Sorry. I forgot I did that little bit in the beginning. 4. So, one thing I will say about this, it's not blending in. I pat and I can see marks of my sponge. Oh, I'm gonna keep trying. I don't think this is the right primer to have with it. So that kind of frustrates me because the biggest claim that they have is this primer can work with anything, but it can't work with their own foundation. I don't know. And let me tell you, this is definitely a foundation you're gonna have to set. I touch it and it comes off and my face feels so greasy. It's not even funny. So before I set my face, I am gonna put the concealer on. Now, lately I've been using under eye corrector because my under eyes have been so bad, but I'm not gonna do that today because I wanna test how full coverage they claim this concealer to be. Now, one thing I will also say is this concealer matches the foundation perfectly. And generally, with most people, we like going in with a lighter concealer underneath because we like to highlight. I'm not a big fan of this brush, but I can't find the brush I normally use for concealer. Okay, hold on. Where is it? I need the brush I usually use. There it is. Like I said, I got everything in Scarlet, and I can't even use a brush with it like I normally would. That's one thing I have started doing lately, is I've been using the Eco Tools concealer blender brush for my concealer recently, and I just like it better, and I can't even do that with this because it moves the product around way too much. So I have to go in with my sponge and blend it out, which again is leaving sponge marks. And I don't know if this is the foundation or if it's the primer or what have you, but so far it's not leaving a good taste in my mouth. I'm gonna be completely honest. So now I'm gonna go in with the powder, which again is in the shade Scarlet. One thing I will say I like about this powder is it has that, so it can hold this for people like me, for people who aren't like me and have brushes. But if you're like me and you have brushes, it's kind of annoying. The powder's not doing much for how gross it feels. This is only going to be part 1 of testing this out. I am going to do part 2, testing it with my usual primers, because I think that's only fair. Because I know how my usual primers work, and this primer just seems to be ruining everything. Okay, now that I've put like 10 layers of powder on, I'm finally getting rid of the tackiness. Alright, almost there. I'm not even exaggerating, guys. Like, this is how much powder I need to make it not be oily and tacky. That's kind of gross. Alright. So let's see the results. So, yes, it covered up my zits, but that's after using the foundation and 10 pounds of powder. And let me add into the fact that in order to get a full face of foundation, I had to use 4 squeezes, full squeeze, 3 full squeezes of this, 2 full and 2 halves. To me, that's not okay, considering pretty much the rest of my foundations I can go in with 1 pump, which would probably equal out to about 1 squeeze, and I can do most of my face, if not all. And right now my skin looks very plain because the concealer matches the foundation perfectly. Like, if I was covering up a blemish, this would be great, but I wasn't. I was trying to do my under eyes, and it didn't even really cover my under eyes that well, And, oh, I really need to set my under eyes, actually, because they're already creasing. And, unfortunately, Younique, last I knew, I will put an annotation if I am wrong, did not have an under eye setting powder, so you have to go in with your face powder, which doesn't really help the situation any of not making your face all look one color. And just saying, the concealer was already creasing and I had it on for what, 5 minutes? 10 minutes? And with other concealers, I can go a little bit longer than that before it starts to crease. So, I'm gonna come back after I put all my makeup on and show you what it looks, how all my makeup lays on it and everything, but this is what we are working with so far. You can see the areas where it didn't blend as well. So far, this is not a thumbs up, but like I said, I will also be doing a part 2 without this primer and with my normal primers, because I want to give it a fair justification. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back from doing my makeup, and I figured I would do a quick check-in. So, let me pull out my handy-dandy mirror. So, the number one problem I'm seeing right now, and I did not set my face with any setting sprays because I'm worried that if I do, the whole thing will just collapse on me. So, one thing I noticed while I was doing my makeup, and I will link that Get Ready With Me up in the corner, is I had a really hard time blending some of my products. My contour being the hardest. And in my smile lines, I'm already creased there. Already. And normally when I crease, it doesn't crease that fast. So, problem A is this foundation's already making me look twice my age. That's not good. Like, so far, Younique 0. But I really like this lip combination. If you're wondering what it is, I say it in my Get Ready With Me, but in case you're not going to watch it, it's the CoverGirl Oh Sugar Colored Lip Balm in Taffy with the Almay Liquid Lip Balm in Rosy Lipped. I really like the combination. And I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Bye. So I'm doing another check-in. I just finished filming all of my videos, with the exception of all the check-ins for today. Please don't mind my hair. I don't really know what's going on with it today. And it's really kind of aggravating me, to be honest. So, yeah. As you can see, I'm still creasing really bad. It looks a little dry around my nose and a little bit in between there, but I still feel really gross. Like, this primer did nothing for me. Nothing. So I just feel gross. I feel gross. So yeah, that's the check-in for now. I mean, from far away, I don't look too bad, but up close, I'm like, yeah. Sorry, I'm being kind of weird today. Can you see the blue? Blue hair, don't care. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Alright guys, so I'm about to take out my makeup. I don't know if you can tell, but it's completely worn off on my chin. None of my face makeup actually stayed on today. That never happens. My nose has worn off, like, literally, let me show you. Let me show you. I don't know if you'll really be able to see, but can you see? Not really. I barely touch and it's coming off. So, like I said, I'm gonna do another take with my normal primers and see how the foundation does with my normal primers, but skip out on the Younique primer. Don't let them tell you that the primer is the magic to the foundation, because it ain't! It ain't! I'm gonna take this shit off now. I'll see you in part 2 in a couple weeks.